that the Thunder deserve an asterisk next to their championship by adding an asterisk to every single champion in NBA history. All right, Brew, our resident NBA historian. Sorry, Nick.
Whoa.
Do you agree that some champions deserve an asterisk?
Recognize. I mean, come on. Go ahead.
No, I am staunchly against asterisks for NBA champions. The reason I am is because if you go back in the history of the league, and since I've been watching it since the 70s, many years injuries play a role. Like Magic's last championship, Isaiah Thomas had the ankle injury where he scored 25 in Game 6 in the third quarter on a bad ankle, couldn't hardly play in Game 7. He tried, but so injuries, and you could go on and
Isaiah's first one, Magic tears his hamstring.
Yes,
or, you know what I mean,
the Lakers had a lot of injuries. Yeah, so
you're not like out history me, buddy. We'll go back and forth the whole time.
But yeah, there's always injuries. Not every single one in his list. There were years where obviously he kind of tongue-in-cheek threw something out there.
It was a lot of sarcasm.
There were also a lot of years where there was legit stuff that you could point to. And so for that reason, I'm like, look, a championship is a championship. It's hard to do, so no asterisks. That said, all championships are not created equal.
Absolutely.
All championships are not created equal. Like LeBron's championship in Cleveland. Number one, it's your hometown. First championship in 52 years for the city. And you came back from a 3-1 deficit against the greatest regular season team. Like, that means more than any of his other rings.
But some people still try to do because Draymond got suspended. So don't you think? I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
No. I was just going to point out. The Spurs in 2014. That championship when they ran over Miami was more impressive than the 07 when they beat Cleveland, which was young and just LeBron dragged guys there. So it's fair for us to point out the differences in championships with still respecting, hey, you got a ring, but there are differences. It's like every platinum album, they're all great, but they're different degrees. They're different levels, and that's what this is.
So, yeah, I mean, listen, I think the reason the asterisk thing exists is because they literally put one in the baseball record book on Roger Maris's home run record.
Right.
Like there was a literal, you open up the record book, there's an asterisk, and it's like season was too long, and we liked Babe Ruth more. What we're talking about with these, whether you use the word asterisk or not, is a mental note.
Yes.
Do I think that was the best team? That's what, to me, this is. So there
the
are.
The best team that season?
Yeah, I think there's, again, different degrees of it. So the one that I think everyone points out, they're champions. They should be proud. They definitively were not the best team, is the 2019 Raptors. We're like, no, you know what I mean? That the best team, they played them in the finals. That team's best or second best player played 11 minutes, and its third best player blew out his knee during the finals. And so you don't take away from the accomplishment, but you acknowledge it. And there's another version of the mental asterisk or note for players' championships, which is Gary Payton with the Miami Heat does not feel the same.
It doesn't change his legacy.
As if he had won it with the Sonics by beating Jordan. And a lot of people regularly do it to Durant. Like, yeah, he's a two-time champion, but
I do it to him.
Yes,
I do it to him.
And so I don't think, by the way, OKC would qualify for any of those things, even though Halliburton got hurt. Because Halliburton played 6 full games. They also were the better team. You know what I mean? They were the favorite, all of that. But I do think people take their own stock of like what each championship weighs, so to speak, and the players' contributions to it.
Listen, I loved the article. It was just dripping with so much snark and sarcasm. And with the asterisks, I did like for Houston, sorry to the Rockets, but first one doesn't count because Jordan was playing.
People do that all the time.
Jordan was playing baseball, and then for the second one, he was like, Jordan was playing golf.
They do, but again, there's degrees. It's not treated like Durant's championships.
No. Well, so Durant's championships, and I know he hates this, and I think that no one should have a bigger beef with ring culture than Kevin Durant, because when he was with the Sonics and the Thunder, everyone was like, all-time great player who doesn't have a ring. Is he on his way to being Charles Barkley? The cap explodes. Every team can afford a max player. And he's like, I'll go join the 73-win Warriors. And then we move the goalposts on him immediately. And like, sorry, those 2 rings and 2 finals MVPs don't count. And yeah, I don't know what to tell him. Like, you got him. It's on your resume. You're an all-time great. But Giannis's 1 in Milwaukee is more impressive than Kevin Durant's 2 in Golden State. Jokic's 1 in Denver is more impressive than KD's 2 in Golden State. Call it my own personal record book. That's how it works. But there are no asterisks. And the only thing with the article that I didn't understand the premise of is like, is anyone actually putting an asterisk on this Thunder team?
No.
They were the second youngest champion ever, who had the best point differential in the history of the NBA, that won 68 games with the MVP. Like, this is as legit of a title as we've seen in a while.
But I do think, and I said this yesterday, if they don't win another one, this team, they won't be looked at as like that great of a team.
See, to me, and I've heard you say that, this is just as a single season entity, I do think they're a historic team.
The thing on that is there are no singles.
Well, and their total wins, 68 wins.
No, but there are no singles in this league. There are no single season all-time great teams. Like that, when we talk about,
I would throw the 83 Sixers,
I do too, but I don't consider that a single season just because they made the finals a bunch. But sure, I think that might be the greatest team of all time. It's not. The NFL's very different.
Of course.
I'm not like a lot of the. When we talk about the best teams in NFL history, we very often are talking about 1 year. The 85 Bears, the 07 Pats who lost. But you know what I mean? When we talk about the best teams in NBA history, we say player team era. You know what I mean? So that's, I think, where they have to qualify. But I understood Haberstow's article was a knock at the idea that we don't, that we would
every
ever
shouldn't get respect.
And everyone deserves respect, but we also should not put our fingers in our ears and act like the context of a championship didn't happen. For this Thunder team, I think it is as close to as clean of a title as one can get, even with Halliburton going down in Game 7.
These are the 3 things I think where championships are the most respected. Flat out dominance.
Yep, they have it.
A stunner or an upset like the 04 Pistons, and iconic players.
Yep.
Like, I think every LeBron, Jordan, Steph championship is respected. Now, maybe Durant, who is iconic, is an exception to that.
I think he's an exception to a lot of these
It was such an exceptional situation.
Yep.
But, yeah.
We also tend to forget this. Like, you guys, all of us, we remember the details of this stuff. Most of the time, we only remember the winner. It's just how it works.
Yep. Absolutely.
What are we doing here?
Brandon,
oh, yeah, that's right. He's calling out the 49ers again. I'm sorry. It's we're doing our best. Can they repair the relationship next year? It's coming up on First Things First.
They do that to me all the time. I just power through it.
What makes a Carnival